Good evening, sports fans. It is Friday, October 5th, 2018. We are at Waterford, Mott High School, home of the Corsairs. Alongside Brian McPhee, I'm Dan Pelchat. Matt Boyer on camera. The Lions come into tonight 6-0, taking on a team that was predicted to be towards the top, Brian, in the Waterford Mott Corsairs. They're at 4-2.
Well, they got a big win against Waterford Western.
Yes.
And so they got that under the belt, but they had a tough game last week against East. So we'll see what team shows up here tonight.
Yeah. Should be a great game. A little bit of tough getting out here to this location, so that's all you get for the pregame tonight. The Corsairs will kick off. Deep to return for the Lions, number 2, Michael Dancer, and the Lions in the road white on white. The Corsairs in the black on black with the blue trim. Dancer will bring it out from inside the 5, and he's body slammed at about the 11 by number 44.
Jalen Flem.
It is homecoming here tonight at Waterford Mott, so we're in for the long haul tonight, Brian.
We are, and Waterford Mott, as always, has a ton of athletes on their team. It's just whether they show up playing as a team or not. They do. We're in for a long night. So the Lions have done a great job playing as a team, so it should be a good battle.
Yeah, I agree. On paper, this is going to be a dogfight. I did hear some details this week, take it or leave it, that they may be on their third-string quarterback for the Corsairs, and they may have a couple of key guys out and possibly even transferring, but I didn't get here early enough to confirm any of that.
Yeah, I've heard the same rumors, and don't have anything to confirm it until we see who shows up here to play.
Good call. First play from scrimmage there for the Lions, picks up a pair. It was a screen pass to the near side. Fracassi with Goings to his left, out of the gun, trips to the near side. They will go to Goings. He's going to look for some room on the near side. He takes a shot along the sideline. He's going to be awfully close to that first down, Brian.
Sure is. I think he knew where the marker was and did a good job of getting to it. We'll see where they mark it, but he's going to be short by a yard.
Definitely third and manageable here on the opening series for the Lions.
6-yard gain, 3rd and 1.
Fracassi out of the gun. They go back to Goings. He's going to have the first down near to the 25. He just lowered the boom. He knew where he had to get.
He sure did. And we got to give a little shout out to Ian for his birthday today, so he may be a little more charged up.
First down.
That's great to know. Yes.
18.
Well, happy birthday to Ian, and let's see if we can go and spoil the Mott homecoming tonight.
If so, we'd be 2 for 2 this year.
Screen pass to the near side. It's Michael Dancer. He'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 35, awfully close to another Lion first down.
Number 2, Dancer. Tackled by number 4, Kamani Fields.
Second down and short for the Lions after the completion of Michael Dancer. Option to Goings, and they're all over it. 57 in on the tackle.
And I don't have a 57 on the roster. I got a 56 and a 58.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's all right. That's usually kind of par for the course by this time of the year. You know, week 7.
Well, rosters change a little bit. Kids get pulled up from JV, and
it is a perfect night for football out here tonight. It is damp, overcast, light breeze. I'd say it's probably high 50s.
If we were playing on a grass field, it'd be nice and a little muddy too, you know.
Oh, the good old days. Lions facing a 3rd and 3, and we got a whistle. It's going to be a delayed game against the Lions. That is costly. Going to go from 3rd, and we'll call it a long 3, to now you're looking at 3rd and 8.
Well, and that sometimes goes on the coaching staff, too, to make sure they're watching that back ref who's calling off the seconds.
3rd and 8.
Keegan McGrath coming into the huddle.
I don't know why high school doesn't put in the play clocks in the end zones like they have at all college levels. Doesn't seem like it'd be that big of an investment for how much it helps the game out.
I agree. Middle screen should be there. Goings able to break a few tackles. He's into the open field across the 50 to the 45. That middle screen has been dangerous all year long.
Sure has been, and Nick Carden, the linebacker, caught up with him and finally brought him down. He was just a step or two away from just being full speed there, and we could have been looking at 6.
I agree, and I mean, just to speak for the other side, there were 3 or 4 guys that had at least a chance to get an arm on him that are probably disappointed they couldn't stop him short of the first down.
Well, small in stature, but you need more than an arm to bring him down.
That's true. 9:36 and counting to play in this first quarter. We are scoreless at Waterford Mott High School. South Lyon on its first possession of the game. Give is to Goings off tackle left. He's able to gash him for another 6.
Goings on the carry.
Goings did a great job of finding a little gap there and just getting as much as he could out of it.
6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
That's Ian Goings again, and another gasher.
And he did a little shake and bake there and left somebody just on the ground.
1st down, South Lyon.
I love those plays.
Lions will be just inside, the 25-yard line. Actually, will be marked at the 23. 1st and 10, 8:44 to play first quarter. On homecoming at Waterford Mott High School, the 4-2 Corsairs looking to bounce back after a tough loss last week at South Lyon East. Big game going on tonight out at Walled Lake Western between Walled Lake Western and South Lyon East, the 2 and 3 seeds in the division tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be real interesting to both of these teams to see how they end up there. So all three, Waterford, Mott, Western, and East trying to get that magical number 6 win.
Right.
And they need 2 of the next 3 games to get that.
Well, we'll be scoreboard watching too, I have a feeling. Not much doing on that first down play. 2nd down and 10 from the 23. Fracassi out of the gun. That looks like Jack Schaefer to his right. It is. They're going to feed it to Schaefer. He'll be gang tackled around the 21-yard line.
Shaker tried to imitate Goins there a little bit, and he's more of a north-south runner.
24 Styles tackle. 3rd down.
Thunder and lightning. Backfield for sure. 3rd down and 9. The Lions marked at the 22. They need to get to the 13 for a first. Trips to the near side. Going to go to the one-on-one matchup on the far sideline. Incomplete, intended for Brendan Locke. That's a play that's worked for them throughout the year. Locke's a matchup problem for a lot of secondary players.
Yep, and his athleticism probably is tough to match as well. Unfortunately, that one was thrown, was uncatchable. And Connor needs to take a check at his other receivers out there because James Haddock was wide open in the center. And I think that comes from teams that are watching us on film.
Right.
They know that Brendan's the go-to guy.
Right.
So
4th and 9, the Lions in 4-down territory as it would be about a 40-yard field goal. Play action for Fracassi, has time, now has to make a move. May take it on his own, he does, has a blocker. And he is going to be awfully close to that 13-yard line. We'll have to see where they spot it. The far officials right on it, I feel.
They're giving it down on, or a turnover on downs.
Yeah, Fracassi is appealing.
He thought he got to the marker. I don't know if they'll call for a measurement or not here. But
Corsair football.
Well, let's see where they move these sticks to. That'll be interesting. Because that guy on the where they needed to get to hasn't moved an inch. All right.
Just for protocol, I think he moved it the half inch there he needed.
Right. I wanted a measurement. We are about as far away from that spot as we can be on the left side of the press box. So the Lions will take over on defense now, and we'll see this Corsair offense. If they're anything like their freshman in JV, it's a pass-heavy offense. But if they're on their third-string quarterback, that could change that.
Right. And if the other rumors are true, they're not sure they got someone to throw to out there.
True that.
Although they're a pretty athletic team, and I'm sure depth-wise they got confidence they can run their offense with whoever's out there.
Next man up.
Yep.
You know?
No gain, second down.
No gain on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. 6:36 and counting to play in this first quarter. If you're just joining us, we are scoreless at Waterford Mott High School. It is week 7 of the Michigan High School Athletic Association football season. Lions coming into tonight 6-0. And we're going to get a flag for delay. That'll back them up into the shadow of their own goalpost.
Well, we can hold them here. It'll be a field possession game, and so far we got the advantage.
Quick option to the far side. Lions are ready for it. Looks like he lost about 3.
Brought down 28. Jack Schaefer.
Schaefer in on the tackle.
Great job stringing that out, allowing Schaefer to get over there and clean up the mess that was created.
3rd down and 18 for the Corsairs. Line of scrimmage at their own 5-yard line about. Out of the gun. Fires the near side. Has a man well short of the first down. Looks like 25, Brendan, or
Jake Newman, yeah.
Yikes, all over the board. In on the stop, should bring up a punting situation.
Jake Newman.
The defense, their first series out here, doing a really good job.
14-yard
Yeah,
gain.
they knew what they could give up there and get off the field. Michael Dancer deep to return for the Lions. He'll be right around midfield. I think we're going to get a timeout. Waterford, they were about to get called for a delay, I think. Had a late addition on the field. 5:26 to play first quarter. We're scoreless. We'll take a break too. 4th and 7 for the Corsairs. They will punt it away. And in an attempt to keep it away from Michael Dancer, kind of got out of bounds early.
I'm sure they've seen film on Michael, and who has, he's returned a couple to the house, and he's had a few called back on penalties, but he's a dangerous man back there. And if you're kicking to him this late in the season, you don't know what you're doing, or you haven't seen film on us.
Well, that, especially being on the short field, I mean, if he fields that at the 50, he's more than capable of, like you said, a house call or getting inside the 20 at the least. So Lions will start at the Corsair 42. 5:19 to play in this first quarter. We are scoreless. Each team has had a possession. This is the Lions' second possession. Ian Goings able to squeak his way through there for about 6.
And he did a good job of staying lower than the defense.
Tagged by number 9, Remy Morello. Assisted by 52, Christian Ortline. 2nd and 4.
Oh, Fracassi sold the option well. He took a shot. He should have a first down to about the 31.
Michael Dancer in the carry. Brought down in the backfield.
Connor, pretty gritty runner this year. I think after his beating he took last year, he doesn't mind it so much. And just continues to fight for that extra yard.
I'm sure the winning helps a little bit with that.
Oh, sure.
As correction, number 3, Connor Fracassi with the carry. First down, Lions.
Give is to Ian. Goings able to fight his way across the 25. There's a flag.
Could be a face mask because Ian's head started coming backwards.
Number 2, Kevin Tarkson. Flag on the play.
After the penalty, the Lions will have it 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. They have it marked at the 12. Goings inside the 10.
Number 5, Goins on the carry.
Hey, this running game is really going to help set up that pass if they want to get doing that.
2nd down.
Last week I think they did a good job of mixing up the plays and not being so predictable.
Yeah, the offense has done a good job moving the ball here early. You definitely got to take advantage of being inside the red zone here. 3:34 and counting to play first quarter. We're scoreless, but the Lions are knocking on the door. Fracassi gives to Goings. Cuts it up across the 5. He's...
I think he may have.
Rushing.
Well, again, we got quite a disadvantage in the angle here.
Yeah.
I thought he had the first down, but he's going to be a yard short.
It did make it look like it from over here, but looks like it's going to be 3rd and 2. Number 7 on the carry, Mitchell Camoris.
Number 7.
He will have the first down, but he wanted that end zone.
He did, yes.
Tackle number 8, Myers. First down.
1st and goal Lions, 2:40 left to play in this first quarter.
And Mitch has been one of those running backs by committee that we've had, although last week I don't know that we saw him too much.
It's nice to mix it up with some fresh legs there every once in a while, especially as we get deeper into the season. And Fracassi calls his own number, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
What have we been calling for all year on short yardage? That under center play, and it worked.
Yes, sir.
Great job by Fracassi fighting that extra effort to get into the end zone.
Number 3.
And with 2:15 to play in the first quarter, the Lions draw first blood, now leading it 6-0. McCullum on to hold 81 Brendan Locke to attempt the extra point. And a flag down. Be offsides against the Corsairs.
Offsides.
See if that changes what the Lions want to do here.
Well, they're not changing up personnel, so we'll see.
Kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:15 to play in the first, the Lions take a 7-0 lead. A couple impressive drives. One led to a turnover on downs, the second one in the end zone.
And I think it's really helping the Lions' confidence on offense, that they can play with anybody. They have all year long, and having those first two drives like that just being rather dominating, if you ask me.
I would agree with you, and we'll have to see if the defense can keep it up. Last possession for the Corsairs, they had them pinned deep after the drive stalled around the 20. Actually, it's closer to the 13, but kick is away, comes up a little short. Will be fielded around the 25. Makes a nice little shifty move near the sideline, and the Corsairs are going to start right around their own 40-yard line.
What? Busy. Really busy.
They got him hemmed in and used that sideline pretty good to get him out of bounds.
Corsairs will scrimmage from their own 39-yard line.
Sorry, Brian, and those of you at home watching, we are literally right in the stands.
Yes.
So we may be picking up some extracurriculars and some foot traffic, but we're doing the best we can. We got here a little late.
And the press box up there is about as big enough to change your mind in.
Yeah, we're spoiled back here at the Jungle. Biggest press box in the area.
Great job with gang tackling there. 54 for the Lions, and he also had Jesse Powell, number 30, in on there, and Mitch Camoris.
Mitchell Hanna. 2-yard game, 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8 for the Corsairs.
Also, Mitchell Hanna doing a good job from his D-line position.
Going to get official timeout on the field. Actually, that's a Waterford Mott timeout. I believe that's their second. We'll take a quick break as well.
At least $5. They're drawing tonight.
Ball is away. Incomplete in double coverage. Number 24, Brendan Dancer.
Isaac Noe was also back there, number 11. Great job of having one deep and one short.
First real shot down the field we've seen the Corsairs take tonight.
And Quinlan Howes, number 7, was back there. Nice size receiver at 6'2", 170, a sophomore. So he'll be around for a few years.
Yeah, he does have that prototypical wide receiver build for sure. He stands out when they line up for sure. And we'll have to see. It's starting to look like some of the rumors we heard were true this week about them losing some of their kids on some of their bigger playmakers possibly. We haven't heard their name. There's a late flag.
Passing completed, 10 for number 1, Fitzpatrick.
Dead ball.
Flags on the field.
Waiting for the signal here from the man in the white hat. Personal foul against Mott. This is nothing new. Actually I had this conversation yesterday in the press box that while Mott does tend to have some great athletes out here, from the top down, it's just an undisciplined program, and we've seen it again here early.
Well, and the receiver there dropped the ball and got mad and got a little extra activities going on that it might have called for the unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's the type of stuff that costs you football games. I mean,
you got to be disciplined. You can't be taking the ball out of your quarterback's hand or moving you back out of position. I mean, they were moving down and a chance for a first down, and somebody gets mad and blows it.
Yep. So the Corsairs will be looking at 4th down and 23 after the walk-off. Michael Dancer back at his own 42-yard line. Oh, Poison. Out of bounds. Will not even get back to the original line of scrimmage. That looks like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say the parents had a better shot at that than Michael did.
Oh, boy.
So, 33.
Lions are going to have some great field position here with 1:05 to play in the first quarter. They will start 1st and 10 at the Mott 33-yard line.
I think our booster president, Mr. Kurt Newman, was calling for a fair catch.
If I know Kurt, he might have tried to take it out from there.
I think he'd ever call for a fair catch. He wants to run and hit something.
Lions out of the gun. Play action for Cassie's got a man over the middle. Is that Ronnie Menard?
It is.
Nice
Pass
catch.
complete to number 15, Ron Menard. He's brought down by
And I
number
think that
7,
play has worked about
Manley.
99% of the time this year.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see him running early.
Well, takes a different type of wide receiver to go up and make that catch over the middle, and he took not a hellacious shot, but a decent hit. And you're going to take that shot there, and Ronnie's able to focus on it and reel it in.
Yeah, anytime you're going over the middle, you can look for a linebacker coming. Probably hear him chomping on the bit there to hit you.
Fracassi quickly gets it out to Dancer. Dancer with some lead blockers inside the 15 to about the 11.
Pass complete.
It's a tough play to defend.
And this is some great offensive calling, moving the ball around to different guys, keeping it at a fast pace, and the defense just doesn't have time to set up.
A little up-tempo. Lions will be facing a 2nd and 1. Goings in the backfield to Fracassi's right. Brendan Locke, the lone wideout to the near side. Trips to the far side. They're going to go Goings. They spin him around, and he'll be tackled in the backfield for a loss. Number 24.
Brought down.
Xavier Styles. Another sophomore. Nice size, 5'11", 215. You see, they got some athletes and size out here.
That'll back the Lions up to a 3rd and 5. And that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. Your score, the South Lyon Lions 7, Waterford Mott Corsairs 0. We'll be back with the second quarter here in a moment.
South Lyon 7, Waterford Mott 0.
We welcome you back to Waterford Mott High School. Lions face a 3rd and 5 here inside the red zone. Fracassi rolling, buying time, finds a man. It's Ian Goings. House call. Touchdown, Lions.
What a great play. Fracassi started out to his left, got gobbled up there a little bit. He did a good job scrambling back, and Ian was wide open and just walked into the end zone for another 6.
Great patience from Fracassi. Ends up finding Goings, like you said, and the Lions find themselves up 13-0 now, just 8 seconds into the second quarter, and we line up for the point after. Locke on to kick. Number 16, Connor McCullum, on to hold. Kick is up. And it is good. So the Lions jump out to a 14-point lead just at the beginning here of the second quarter. Kick is away. Fielded at about the 16-yard line. Looks like number 8 for the Corsairs. Lions do a good job of stretching it out to the near sideline.
That was Kobe Myers back on the return.
Myers on the return.
Nice job by the Lions special
I didn't
teams.
know he had a shot at him, and
Brought down by number 7.
Kobe showing his
Mr.
athletic
Morris.
skills there, kind of jumped out of that tackle.
Well, if you're just joining us, we are just underway here in the second quarter. The Lions leading at 14-0 on a 1-yard touchdown from Connor Fracassi and a early second quarter touchdown on a quick little dump pass. Well, not necessarily quick, just kind of late in the play, actually.
It was third option, I think, of his receivers, and that release valve worked out well.
Yes, it did, and then Goings was able to take care of the rest as nobody was around. And that's how we got to where we are. 14-0 Lions right now, early in the second quarter, actually 11:39 and counting.
And a quarterback keeper there, that's
Number 22.
22.
Keeper.
Trevor Ely, and they've having quarterback by committee here over at for the Corsairs.
Well, one of the things we heard this week was that they had maybe had some issues at quarterback, if they maybe lost kids or had some injuries. And obviously maybe during the week of practice this week, they had a hard time deciding between number 22 and number 8 here.
Yeah, they may have a running quarterback and a passing quarterback, so we'll have to kind of keep an eye on that trend.
Some inside information from cameraman Matt Boyer. He says the 22 may have a helmet malfunction and maybe in after it gets corrected. We'll see.
Gain, 3rd and 1.
You hate those equipment issues, especially on your key players.
Oh man, some of the most intense moments back in the day was when someone's snap broke or something on their helmet.
Yeah.
That's some real pressure. Get the screwdrivers out.
Yep.
Lions. Ooh, it looked like we had some early motion, and the Lions gobble them up on the 3rd and short.
That was Mitch Camoris who just blew right through that hole. I think he got into the gap before the running back did.
Tackle.
In my day, they just needed to put more duct tape on the leather helmets.
Camoris. 4th down.
Well, 4th down and 5 should be a punting situation, but we'll see how they handle it. Going to get a timeout on the field. Mott, I believe that's their final timeout.
Yeah, for the half. That was a quick use of those 3 timeouts.
Yeah, so 9:39 to play second quarter. Lions leading it 14-0 at homecoming at Waterford Mott High School here on October 5th, 2018. Well, Mott lines up like they're going to go for it. They may try and draw the Lions off sides. Nope, they're going. Play action as a man open. And there's number 1.
That's complete. Number 1,
Christian Fitzpatrick. And somebody was accountable for him, but they missed him.
Yes.
Taken by number 35, Steve Shelton.
Part of these zone defenses today are very complicated to the guys that know where in the roll, where coverage rolls to, and the guy should have been covered by somebody, but he just escaped and got the first down.
Yep. Clutch play for the Corsairs early in this second quarter to keep that drive alive.
27, Derby.
Jesse Powell on the tackle that play.
Tackle, number 30, Jesse Powell.
Jesse's had a really nice year this year.
He really has grown into his abilities there this year. Starting, he did make it up to varsity for one game last year, and but he's come on really strong this year.
Second down. Call it 7. They got to get to the 38 of South Lyon for a first. 8:55 and counting in this second quarter. Lions lead it 14-0 in this LVC Week 7 matchup. There's a flag on the far side.
22, Ely on the keeper. Flying in the play.
See. Holding, it looks like. Yep.
Number 2, Dancer was on the tackle. That is a holding call against the Corsairs.
Dancer in on the tackle. The holding call back the Corsairs up 10. Makes it 2nd and 17.
I don't know that we've really called it out, but if you notice, Dancer's moved to linebacker from safety.
No, I had not noticed that.
Yeah, so there's been a little bit of change. Brendan went back to safety where he's back there with Steven, number 35. And Dancer's done a great job there. He's got the speed. He's tough to block. And I think he might have been the recipient of that hold.
Corsairs back to pass, looking for that middle screen. He's got a man. Number 4 going to be back to around the original line of scrimmage. Looks like Isaac Noe in there on the tackle with some friends.
Tackle 54, Hannah.
Hannah also in on that stop.
And that's some hustle when the D-line gets down and makes a tackle out on the wing like that.
Pursuit drills. Has a man on the far sideline. Number 4 again takes a shot. He's going to be very close to a Waterford first down.
Tackled, 45.
Darian Manarich just annihilated him.
They are going to rule that a first down for the Corsairs just inside the Lion 38.
I think he just felt sorry for how hard he got hit and gave him the first down.
For the Corsairs.
He did take a lick. Chain gang, a little slow on the move over there. Gonna get a timeout on the field. It's got to be South Lyon or an official's timeout because Mott's out.
It looks like it is an official timeout.
First and 10, Mott just inside the Lion 40. Quarterback going to keep it on the option. He's going to have a gain of about 5 or 6.
Trevor Ely back in after his little helmet issue, and he's doing a good job of running this offense this drive.
Yeah, he's settled in and looks to be pretty effective, mixing in now some passes with the option run. Lions were ready for that one, though.
22, Ely on the carry, and the keeper.
A good job stretching that out by the linemen and the linebackers. He had big number 70, Gus Taylor, in there. I think he tackled the pile.
.6:18 and counting to play second quarter. 3rd down and 6 for the Corsairs. Play action. Pass to the flats on the near side. Great tackle.
Steven Schultz, number 35, did a great job coming up from the safety spot and making the tackle there.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, I got to imagine if it was 4 down territory from your own 29, that this is going to be 4 down territory again for the Corsairs. This time they're going to need about 6. They need to get to the Lion 28 for a first down. Lion faithful getting loud on the far side. Passes away. He's got a man. Number 7 complete inside the 15 to about the 12.
First down, Corsairs.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle by Jake Newman.
Nice route. Nice pass.
Ball spotted.
And 2 4th down conversions on this drive for Mott. Quarterback keeps it on the option. Tripped up in a flag. That's Ronnie Menard in the tackle.
Ely the keeper.
Penalty is against Mott. I missed the signal.
Ronnie Menard, flag in the play. Holding indicated against the Corsairs.
I think Ronnie was playing the D-line there. You know, he's got the size and strength. He can pretty much play anywhere. Last week he showed some speed. The Milford game, And
I think you're right. It looks like he was lined up at DN. The Lions are going to burn a timeout here. They're first. 5:20 to play, second quarter. Lions lead it 14-0. First and 20 after the holding call, backs up the Corsairs. Pass to the near side, nearly jumped by Isaac Noe.
He did a great job of jumping the route there, and he would have been challenged to bring down before he got to the end zone. He was wide open.
Well, a nice pass breakup either way.
At second down.
Pass to the end zone. Oh, incomplete. And I'll tell you what,
Incomplete.
Sheldon tripped over his own feet, and it put him right into the lower half of the wide receiver's body and ended up breaking up the pass.
Yeah, it did. I thought maybe they were going to call something, but the receiver actually grabbed the ball before he hit Shelton.
Yeah.
And just couldn't hang on to it. Thank God.
Sometimes it's nice to be lucky. Forces a 3rd and 20 now for the Corsairs. Play action pass, has a man wide open. Takes a shot, but he is in for the touchdown. And an impressive drive by Waterford Mott. 2 fourth down conversions. And they're right back in this game.
They had receivers going all over the place, and we just had a challenge in trying to pick everybody up.
Kick is up, and it is good. So with 5:09 to play in the second, South Lyon leads it here at Waterford Mott, 14-7. Michael Dancer going to get it out to about the 20.
Kick return number 2, Michael Dancer. Brought down 27, Gage Durfee. South Lyon will scrimmage from their own 19.
Fracassi gets rid of it quick to the far side. Looks like Ian Goings, number 5, on the reception. Well, the Lions got a pair of timeouts. 4:59 left in this second quarter.
Correction number 8.
Well, the offense has a pretty good rest right now, so hopefully they can come out and do some damage here.
Fracassi sells the screen to the near side, takes off on the run. There is a flag on the far sideline.
Number 3, Fracassi on the keeper. Flag on the play.
Holding against the Lions.
Holding indicated against the Lions.
Lions come out in the gun. Fracassi rolls to the near side. Under pressure. Reverses his field. Now has some room. But will end up being tackled a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 52 took the wrong line.
Nowhere to go with it.
Tackle.
That's probably one of those plays that he should have just thrown it out of bounds. He was outside the box scrambling and would have saved a few yards from being sacked. But he'll learn.
Yep. 3rd down, 19 to go. Clock running. Mott has no timeouts. So now after the penalty, the Lions should probably use up here as much clock as they can. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see that middle screen or just even a draw or running play. Timeout South Lyon. Their second. 4:01 to play, second quarter. South Lyon leads it 14-7. Third down, Lions. Oh, and we're going to get a false start out of the timeout.
And that was against us.
South Lyon.
Now we're going to get another timeout, South Lyon, their final timeout.
Lions game against the Seahawks.
Lions on 3rd down out of their own end zone. Going to air it out deep and incomplete. Intended for Brendan Locke.
For number 81, Brendan Latch.
So the Lions will have to punt from their own end zone with 3:54 to play in this second quarter.
Gavin Tarson on the coverage.
Punt is a
return set up with 2 guys back.
high kick, takes a bounce. Did that
It almost hit number 2 from Waterford.
checked up there, and he wasn't ready for it, but Mott's going to have great field position. 3:43 left in this first half, and they're going to start
the South Lyon 29.
1st and 10 at the Lion 29.
Well, the Lions kind of imploded at that time with a few penalties. Not so good decisions out there, and they need to get it back. If they can stop this team right here, maybe get the ball back and have a decent, successful couple series.
Mott offense has come to life here in the second quarter. Lions are ready for that handoff.
Come on in field, number 4 on the carry. Brought down number 30.
Jesse Powell in on that tackle. That'll start the clock up at least, under 30 and a half to go in the second quarter. Neither team with any timeouts left in this first half. Second and 11. Back to pass. Sets up the middle screen. He's got a bunch of blockers. 54 able to track him down from behind. Mitchell Hanna. And came through with the punch out too. Just didn't connect.
I thought one of the linemen was going to break through and block that. It looked like Jesse Powell might have been through there, but he just missed it.
3rd down now. 2:46 and counting left second quarter. Waterford needs to get to the South Lyon 18 and a half for a first. And he's going to be awfully close. Going to mark him at about the 20. We got an injury on the field.
Jesse Powell and Manarich both are making a big hit.
4th and 2.
Could hear it up here.
Yeah. 2:27 to play second quarter. We have an injury on the field. Lions lead it 14-7. Just sit here for a minute. 4th down. We're going to call it 2. Mott needs to get to the 18 for first. Quarterback out of the gun, under pressure, fires, incomplete, too much on it, and the Lions will take over on downs. Big stop by the defense there to keep some momentum possibly heading into the half.
Yeah, that was a good stop by the defense there. Good pass coverage and excellent pursuit on the quarterback there. Did not give him time to set up.
Downs, South Lyon football. At the Corsair 20 yards.
Fracassi with Goings to his left. Trips to the far side. Fracassi, quick drop, fires, has a man. Is that number 10? Yep, Keegan McGrath. Nice catch, just short of the first down. So the clock will continue to run.
Teagan did a good job of hanging on to that because he knew he was going to get hit as soon as he got it. And just short of the first down there.
Fracassi's going to have his man. It'll be enough for the first down. That's
James Haddock at the catch there.
James Haddock.
Clock stops till the chains move. 128. Little shift by the wide receivers as the clock runs under 1:20 now. Fracassi back to pass, steps up, has time. And
the answer, and I don't know if they're going to give it to him or not. Oh, they waved it off.
Yeah.
Skip.
Intended for number 2, the answer.
Coach
Second
were over there
down.
trying to encourage the call for a good catch, but I think the ref was right there and made a good call.
I think our athletic director, Mike Teagan, was standing right there at midfield trying to sell it too.
Yeah.
It's kind of your job when the play rolls that way, I'm just saying. Fracassi has time and wisely just throws it away. Looked like Mott kind of dropped back onto some coverage more than...
Well, he's done a good job selecting some other receivers this series, which will make it a chance to come back to lock when they see that he's doing that.
Please, homecoming court, get down there.
1:02 left to play in this second quarter. We will have the extended halftime, not that you'll be able to tell at home. But we'll come back with food reviews from the Mott concession stand. Fracassi fires, and that's got to be called, right? There's the flag. That'll be 15.
Passing completed, 10 for
Line of scrimmage was the 37.
Flag in the field.
So the Lions will be just short of midfield. 58 seconds left and a first down.
It always bewilders me why the closest ref to the play doesn't call it.
Pass interference is going against.
That was what was frustrating, was waiting for that guy to throw it. He's 5 yards from it, looking right at it, and the back judge throws a flag. He's got a longer way to throw that, too.
Yes, he did. He had got some good distance on it. Fracassi fires to the far sideline. Not much there.
Passing complete.
Down to 49 seconds now. Lions will face a 2nd and 10.
Looks like they tried to run that bubble screen there, and Mott just covered it very well. Schaefer was back there, and Goins, and they just couldn't get open.
Second down.
Going to get an official timeout, now a flag for an illegal man downfield. I saw that they were having a conference about something.
Flag in the play.
And that's easy. That's easy to happen on those middle screens. You get the big guys expecting the pass to be thrown relatively quickly and can end up down the field.
Yep, get a little excited. Sometimes they get a count in their head before they'll head downfield. And
Ineligible man downfield. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
2nd and 15 after the walk-off. Fracassi hopping around, trying to find somebody. Under pressure and goes down. Backing around the 31. And I think if you're South Lyon, you either kneel on it or run it, and we see you in the 3rd. The Lions don't have a timeout. That's the end of the first half. Your score, the South Lyon Lions 14, the Waterford Mott Corsairs 7. We'll be back with the second half in a moment.
welcome back, folks. We're here at Waterford Mott's field where the Corsairs just took the opening kickoff and are starting at their own 35. I'm Brian McPhee, and soon to join us again will be Dan Pelchat. And the Corsairs hand off, and they get about a yard or two on the play. Looks like
27 Gage Sturfy on the carry.
number 70 in on the tackle there. Mitch Camoris was also in there.
2nd and 9 after that 1-yard pickup.
Oh, you, Brian.
Gus Taylor, number 70, was also in on that last tackle. And it'll be 2nd and 8. They hand off up. The quarterback keeps it around the end. He breaks through. He's across midfield,
22.
where he's brought down by Brendan Dancer and number 45 there.
Down by number 24, Brandon Dancer. Flag in the field.
Darian Manarich was also there.
Against the Corsairs.
They do have a holding penalty called, and that'll bring that ball back. So a break for the Lions. That moves the ball back to about the 31-yard line of the Corsairs. Where it's now 2nd and 14. Corsairs in the gun. They drop back to pass. He's looking downfield. And that's number 7. On the catch was Quillen Howes and Isaac Noe with a good sure tackle there. Make sure he didn't go anywhere else. But unfortunately, it's a first down for the Corsairs. Just underway here at the second half. The Lions versus Waterford Mott. The Lions are up 14-7. But the Corsairs are moving. And they drop back to pass. Jesse Powell in on him. And he forces a pass. We got a flag. Not sure what that's going to be here. Jesse Powell in pursuit, and the quarterback just had to get rid of that. It's Trevor Ely at the quarterback position for the Corsairs. We're waiting for the call. So it's going to be against the Corsairs. Looks like they had an ineligible receiver downfield.
Ineligible man downfield against the Corsairs.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
5 yards.
So they'll repeat first down.
Repeat the down.
It'll be first and 15. And the Corsairs are back in the gun. Receivers split left and right. And he's looking to pass again. Down to Howes. He's got him.
Pass complete. Number 7.
That's Quillen Howes. and he got behind the defenders, and that'll be first down at the Lions' 12-yard line. 17-yard line, make that. Well, the Corsairs showing their athletic ability out here. And a handoff, quarterback keeps it around end, and he's tackled there by Isaac Noe.
On the carry, flag on the play.
Also Darian Manarich in there on the tackle. And we've got another flag on Waterford Mott. Holding. So that'll be first and 20 almost, it looks like, because that's from the spot of the foul. And that brings the ball all the way back to the 26-yard line. First and 19 for the Corsairs. And they're dropping back to pass again. He looks to his left and throws that out of bounds. Jake Newman in there on coverage, along with a little help from Stephen Shelton.
Complete, intended for number 8, Kobe Myers.
That was intended for number 8, actually number 1, Fitzpatrick.
Second down.
That'll be second and 19 for the Corsairs from the Lions' 26. They continue to run from the gun. One running back to the left, to the right of the quarterback. And they're looking to pass again. A quick pass out to number 4. And he's met immediately by Noe.
Complete. Number 4, Kamani Fields.
And then a Pride Alliance come in to help wrap him up.
Tackled by number 11, Noe, and 45, Darian Manarich.
So that'll make it third and about 14, we'll call it, for the Corsairs. And this has been a deadly down against the Lions the last few series. We'll see, they got trips to the right. Howes down to the left here. He'll be one-on-one with Noe. Quarterback keeper, and he's caught from behind. That was Jack Schaefer who got in on him, and then Jesse Powell ends up bringing him down. That'll make fourth down and 14. 15, and if they're going to go for it, they're not interested in 3 points. They're looking to get to tying this game up. And the Lions defense stiffening up here. Trevor Ely up, and Mott calls timeout. So we'll be right back after this timeout.
Crucial fourth down play here for the Corsairs. Lions come with some heat. And the Lion defense is going to hold. The far side official has him marked at the 10, Brian.
And that's enough to stop them. The receiver for Mott thought he wasn't down and continued on with the play. But Brendan Dancer made a great sure tackle there. And Mitch Camoris did a good job of blitzing on the quarterback for him to rush that pass.
From their own 10-yard line.
And it looked very similar to that route that was giving the Lions problems in the first half. There was still some room there, but you're right. A great tackle, and they came up just short. And a great stand by the Lion defense there in the red zone.
I'm sure at halftime they reviewed some of the zone defense assignments and how to roll coverage.
Give his the goings. He's got some room. The safety's able to cut him down at about the 25, and it's a good thing he was.
Yeah, because he had nothing but real estate in front of him.
First down, South Lyon.
And that gets him out a little bit of a hole there. they can do what they want with their offense now.
Yeah, a little breathing room there instead of the shadows of your own goalposts. 8:37 and counting to play in this third quarter. Alongside Brian McPhee, I'm Dan Pelchat. Matt Boyer on camera. We thank you very much for joining us on this LVCSports.com presentation. The South Lyon Lions are at Waterford Mott High School. They lead it 14-7. Ian Going's going to be roughed up here along the near sideline.
On the rush. Tackled by number 8, Kobe Myers.
Picks up a few there. Should make it third and manageable.
And they had the homecoming king, Ryan Jarl, out in front of them there. I think he was a homecoming queen or king last week. So
yes, he was.
Try to fill in for Paul and calling out the linemen here tonight. 'Cause anytime you got a good running game going, you know the linemen are doing their job.
That's right. There's Ian Goings, breaks a couple tackles, and is going to wrestle his way up to the 45-yard line. Incredible running.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about him the last couple of weeks and how much of a downhill runner he is, how tough he is. And he had a couple of guys on him and still was moving the ball forward.
Assisted by number 24.
Lions will have it first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
First down.
Right at the 8-minute mark and counting here in the third quarter. Goings didn't look like he had a whole lot there. Was able to shuffle off to the left side and pick up 3 or 4.
Yeah, and I think he was about 4 inches off the ground for the last 3 yards.
Second down and 7 from the Lion 49. Jack Schaefer, not a whole lot of room.
Number 28, Jack Schaefer with a rush.
Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
That'll be generous if they give him that.
Tackle number 9, Remy Morello, and 36, Luciano Panini. Third down.
The Lion faithful showed up pretty well this week. You know, I think the Lion fans travel pretty well, especially when they're 6-0.
Well, right, and we always have, whether it's up or down year, but Waterford Mott, Waterford Kettering, it's kind of the farthest we got to go. So a good turnout for the Lion fans, representing well in the visitors' bleachers across from us here tonight. Fracasse's pass complete for a first down.
Pass complete to number 15.
Ronnie Menard over the middle again.
Number 4.
And that's a big target.
First down.
Good hands on that man. And another first down.
That's really becoming his go-to spot over there.
Yeah, I think he outsides everybody that's in that area that's going to be covering him, and he just does a good job of taking advantage of his size.
Yep, moves well for his size too, and it takes a special kind of player to be able to catch the football over the middle. So, first and 10 Lions. The Corsair 38. 5:53 and counting, third quarter. Lions lead by 7, 14-7. A nice run there on first down.
Tackled by number 24, Styles.
Ian Goings with a nice 5-yard pickup on first down.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
Lions look like they've got some confusion. They're going to burn a timeout. Wise choice. Moving the ball well.
That's their first of the half.
5:02 to play, third quarter. Lions leading at 14-7. We got a timeout on the field. We'll be back. Oh, and a false start out of the timeout. Going to back the Lions up 5.
Are down. False start, South Lyon.
Give us to Schaefer. Schaefer's got some room. Oh, man. Looking like Earl Campbell tearaway jersey out there.
Yeah, tearaway jersey would have given us 6 points right there. Jack is dragging that kid. I think he needs to charge him for the ride he gave him.
I'll tell you what, having had to tackle a couple people like that once or twice in my life, that will rip your fingernails out.
Yeah.
So he might have hurt him enough with that. Great run by Schaefer. Lions have it 1st and 10, just outside the 20-yard line.
And good credit to that line. They just caused a 5-yard penalty, and they came right back and opened up a nice hole for Jack.
Old truck hole, yep. Not much doing there. Ian Goings on the carry.
Tackle number 11. Cooper Martin.
Percassi's pass complete. Is that Mitch?
It's Mitch Camoris on the reception, and it looks like maybe he got 3 or 4 yards on that.
Yeah. Taken by number 36, Luke Panini.
Locke's been kicking the ball well tonight for the extra points. You know, depending on the amount of yardage you get here, maybe 4-down territory, maybe send out Locke. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah. 3rd down and 7. The Lions need to get to, we'll call it the 11 for a first. Ian wrestles his way down there. He's going to be down to about the 15.
Number 5, Goins on the carry. Taken by number 52, Christian.
Might be a little shaken up on the play. That's a timeout for an injury as Ian Goings is shaken up on the play. We'll step out. Brendan Locke on to attempt what appears to be a 32-yard field goal. Kick is up. And no good. It looked good from here.
It did. He certainly had the distance, but unfortunately it was wide to the left.
Well, with 3:13 to play in the third quarter, the Mott defense holds.
There will be a turnover on downs. Corsairs will scrimmage from their own 20-yard line.
Nice tackle on the play there.
Yeah, I was watching to see Jesse Powell on the end, and they got him right in the back.
Yep. Tackle number 11, Isaac Noe. Flag in the field.
Like you say, Dan, that's all a lot of discipline issue, and
Indicated against the Corsairs.
they're just not showing that tonight. They've taken themselves out of many good situations and put themselves back in a hole.
Well, just like that last drive, a couple holding calls backed them up. Benefit for the Lions defense, and now the Lions have them backed up in the shadows of their own goalpost. 1st and 20 under pressure, fires complete to the far side. Michael Dancer there for the tackle.
He's brought down by number 2, Michael Dancer.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick didn't care for that hit, but
He's moving a little slow. He looks like me getting up in the morning.
second down and 17. Mott with 3 wideouts to the near side. Flats incomplete, intended for number 4.
Incomplete, intended for number 4, Fields. 3rd down.
Third down, 17 for the Corsairs, their own 13-yard line. Fires on the slant route. He's got a man and a huge block on Michael Dancer. The Corsairs will have a first down.
Complete. Number 7, Buck Manley.
Out to the 32-yard line.
Number 24.
The Lions really having some trouble covering those receivers.
Corsairs are at their own 32.
One of those crossing routes continue to cause the Lions problems. Under 2 to go here in the third. Stood up just at the line of scrimmage. 75.
27, Gage Durfee on the carry. Tackle number 54, Mitchell Hanna.
Mitchell Hanna also in on that stop.
The Lions been doing quite a bit of blitzing. They just haven't been able to get through to get to the quarterback.
Oh, Jesse Powell almost got home.
He sure did. His long arms of his, he did slow him up, but unfortunately couldn't bring him down.
Tackle out of bounds, number 11, Noe.
Noe able to push him out. Going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
7 yards on that scamper, it'll be 3rd and 3.
We'll have better luck with defending 3rd and short than we do 3rd and long.
Minute 7 left to play in this third quarter. Lions are leading it, and here in week 7, LVC matchup, 14-7. Big hit there in the middle. Go ahead, Brian.
Again, Jesse Powell in there, and Cole Stadler were also in on that hit.
4th down.
I didn't see who got there first. It was just a white blur, but the running back did not break the 40-yard line and stopped immediately.
Yeah, that was a great play by the defensive line. All of them getting their hands in there. I think Big Gus Taylor was in there also, number 70.
4th down. Corsairs going to go for it. They've been having a pretty good batting average on this all night. Corsairs, middle. Ball's on the ground. They're going to rule him down. I think I heard a whistle, but I don't know that was.
Pass complete, number 1, Christian Fitzpatrick. First down, Corsairs. He was brought down by number 11, Noah.
Another 4th down conversion for the Corsairs. Once they spot these chains, they're going to go hurry up. They may get a play in here. Last play of the 3rd quarter. I don't think they're aware of the clock.
Nearly got home to the quarterback on that one.
Just get the playoff. This will be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Get up, Jess. Come on. Jesse Powell just frustrated with himself because he got his hands on the quarterback and left his feet. Quarterback got away.
That's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Your score, South Lyon 14, Waterford Mott 7. Stick around, folks. We could be in for a great finish here at Waterford Mott High School tonight. Mott out of the gun. Quarterback going to run it up the middle, not taking care of the ball, but
Easy rushes ahead.
going to be awfully close to a Mott first down around the 25-yard line. Mainrich in on the stop for the Lions.
8 yards on the rush.
When they go back and look at this play here, you're going to see the tackle there just molested Jesse Powell. Jesse's so hot right now, he wants to get in there, and the guard or tackle just right in front of the ref, too. I don't know how they couldn't call that.
Well, you're right. We know he's been close to getting home there a couple times. Pass is complete. That'll be good for a first down. Isaac Noe in on the stop.
Number 11, Noe. First down, Corsairs.
Waterford out of the pistol. Quarterback's been getting away with shifting around and moving up and kind of winging that ball out there a little bit.
Number 54.
Yeah, the linemen, I think they're getting a little antsy or excited because they're leaving their lanes a little bit. And got to stay in there to keep the quarterback in the pocket.
Call it a gain of 4. Second down and 6. Mott needs the 11 for a first down. Tripped him up. He's going to pick up a couple to the 15.
Again, Jesse didn't think he got him, but he did.
Rushes forward. He's tripped up by number 30, Powell.
Third and 4.
Tickets out. We've got a winning ticket number for the 50-50 raffle. I'll announce it in just a little minute.
$9:45 and counting. In this 4th quarter, we're going to get a timeout on the field. Mott, that's their second.
That is number 2 of the half.
We'll step out for a quick break, too.
Still.
Mott out of the timeout. 3rd down and 4. They need to get to the line 11. Pass, fade route. No, he's in the area, broken up.
Pass is incomplete.
The receiver became the defender there because Noe had his hands on it.
Brings up another 4th down.
By number 11, Noe.
Mott has converted at least 3 4th downs tonight. On their touchdown drive earlier in the game, they converted 2 4th downs on that drive.
The Lions faithful cheering on the defense.
Well, now's the time to get loud. 4th and 4. Mott needs to get to the line 11. Back to pass. Fires. Complete. Down to the Lions' 7-yard line.
Taken by number 54, Hannah. First down, Corsairs. That'll be a first and goal.
Hannah in on the stop, but it'll be a first and goal.
7-yard line.
Corsairs. at the Lions 7.
Now, that's got to be frustrating to the Lions to figure out how they stop that.
Yep. Mott out of the gun, tailback to the left side. Read option, give to the tailback in the middle, and he's able to work his way down inside the 2-yard line.
Number 27, Gage Derby with the rush.
About one of their best running plays all night.
Ball spotted at 2, second and goal. Number 75 on the tackle. I don't have him on the roster, but he made the tackle. Let's give him some credit.
Trips to the far side for Mott. Out of the gun, tailback again to the left. They read option it again, and he's in for the touchdown. And we're an extra point away from a tie ball game with 8:48 to go in this fourth quarter. Number 11 on for the extra point. And it's an important one. Hold is high, kick is up. And it's good. Your score with 8:48 to play in the fourth. The South Lyon Lions 14, the Waterford Mott Corsairs 14.
Game. Kickoff goes through the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Well, the Mott kickoff goes into the end zone. The Lions will start 1st and 10 at their own 20.
All right, folks, that winning ticket number for the all-night grad party package is 463-552. Again, that ticket number, 463-552. If that's you, congratulations.
Ordered in by it. Ian Goins, the ball carrier. Good to see him back after going down the last series that he was carrying the ball.
Very true.
Lions ball carrier is number 5, Goins. Tackled by number 36, Panini.
Well, we got a brand new ball game here with the score tied 14-14 and 8:20 left in the game. The Lions got the ball and on their own 20-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Connor Fracassi in the gun. Hands off to Goins. It goes off the left side. And it looks like he gets about 4, maybe 5 yards on the run.
Number 5, Goins, is the ball carrier. Tackled by number 24, Styles.
Well,
It's up 3rd down.
crunch time here for the Lions, facing a 3rd and 5. 7:40 and counting to play in this fourth quarter. Fracassi, nice touch pass. Oh, a great defensive play by number 7.
Intended for number 15, Ryan Menard.
I'm not quite sure that was intended for Ronnie. We had 2 receivers in the same area. Lock was open, but I don't know if the ball is deep enough to get to him.
Right. No, and I think that's why Ronnie had to assume it was intended for him. I don't think it had enough on it to get to Lock, but you're right. Had a possible look at both wide receivers. And the Lions will face a 4th down and a punting situation at their own 25-yard line with 7:22 to play. A great booming punt. That's a loose ball. And the Lions are going to get it back at the Mott 37. What a huge mistake.
Yeah, number 8 tried to make a circus catch there, running back forward over his head, and it just slipped out of his hands, and we were right there to jump on it. I didn't quite see who, if it was one of the dancers or who jumped on it, but
I didn't see who jumped on it.
Ball is spotted at the Corsair 36.
Well, either way, you cut it. The Lions have it 1st and 10 at the Mott 36-yard line. 7:14 to play, fourth quarter. We're tied at 14. Ian Goings gashes the Corsair defense inside the 25, and they rule that down by contact.
Well, Ronnie Menard there made sure that the Lions kept the ball in case it was a fumble, but it was called down. And Goings limps off a little bit. He might have re-injured himself from what he did earlier.
Definitely looked like a leg or ankle or something earlier, so. First and 10 Lions at the Mott 21.
Mitch Kamaris in the backfield to the left of Connor Fracassi.
And they're going to go to him. He's able to get it down to about the 17-yard line. Gain of 4.
Tackled by number 55, Xavier Jason. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Morris does a good job of always getting positive yardage when he's carrying the ball. He's got good size and little speed there, so.
Had some good vision there to find the hole, too. 2nd down and 6. And they go to him again. He's got some room around the corner, and he's knocked out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 10-yard line. And the Lions are going to have it 1st and goal just inside the Corsair 10.
Tackle number 8, Kobe Myers.
Nice run there by Ronnie, and good blocking also up front.
That's a 1st down. That'll be 1st and goal from the 10.
Fracassi and the Lions in the shotgun. Kamoris to the left of Fracassi. Menard in motion. They go back to Mitch. Fights his way down to about the 6.
Morris, number 7 on the rush. Tackle number 11, Martin, and number 9.
2nd down and goal to go. 5:38 and counting to play, fourth quarter. Mott only has one timeout. Just putting that out there. I don't think the Lion offense should be really in any hurry here.
No, and they're getting positive yardage each. I think they're just trying each hole with Mitch there, see which one works, and so far they all have.
Yeah. Okay. You got a big man in the backfield now, too. Well, the Corsair defense was ready for that.
Kind of telegraphed that play when you put a lineman in the backfield.
Looks like we have a Mott player down. We'll have an injury timeout. 4:55 to play in this fourth quarter. We are knotted up at 14 between the Lions and the Corsairs on homecoming here at Waterford Mott High School. Lions come out of the timeout. They're facing a 3rd and goal from the 8. Fracassi. Kamoris to his left. Menard in motion. Fake to Kamoris. Fracassi under pressure. Buying time to the near sideline. Incomplete. Ruled incomplete, and it was.
Mitch Kamoris came running back to get in the range of that, so it wasn't grounding.
Yes, he did. And he sold it well enough.
Right.
So, 4th down from the 8. You're looking at about a 32-yarder here. Nope, not even. 25.
5-yarder.
Brendan Lott. Kick is up, and it is good. Flag on the far sideline.
Kick by number 81, Brendan Latch. Flag on the field.
This could get real interesting here. Personal foul, roughing the kicker against Mott. 4:38 to play.
That gives you a first down, I believe.
Yes. And half
Do you take the points off the board?
That's what Boyer was just asking. I know you're not supposed to, but
It's personal foul
4:38 to play in the game.
against the Corsairs.
Take some more time off this clock,
And
and you're half the distance to the goal. So assuming it's moving from the 8, you'd be at the 4. I'm having a hard time not doing it.
yes. Just longer time of possession, take more time off the clock.
And the Lions look to be accepting the penalty.
Camoris has been getting positive yardage, so it looks like we're starting on our
Penalty
5.
half the distance to the goal line, and it's a first down, South Lyon.
Lions will start just inside the 5-yard line.
And even Fracassi keeping it. He hasn't kept it in a while this half. I haven't seen him run, and he's a good runner, so we'll see what he does here. They got the big guy in the backfield again.
They do. Fracassi out of the gun. Give to Camoris. And he's able to work his way into the end zone, and it pays off.
Number 7, Mitchell Camoris.
Well, you wonder if they do like the JV did last night and just let him score so they can get the ball quicker and more time.
He did not get a lot of resistance there.
No, I didn't see much at all.
But just to go back to that personal foul, another example of just undisciplined football here at Waterford Mott. And now the Lions have a chance to go up 7 with the extra point. Number 81, Brendan Locke on for the extra point. Extra point is up, and it is good.
McCullum with a good job of fielding that snap. It was in the dirt. He got it up and planted it, and Locke put it through the uprights.
21.
Those little things you just miss sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know, I think you got to give those kids credits when they do something that nobody can really see that.
Right. 4:34 to play, fourth quarter. The Lions jump up 21-14. Brendan Locke kicks it deep and into the end zone for a touchback. So Mott will start 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 4:34 to play and one timeout.
From their own 20-yard line.
Mott coming out into the gun, trips to the near side. They're going to give it to the tailback. He's got some room. He'll be out across the Mott 40.
First down for Corsairs. Tackle number 11, Noe.
Isaac Noe in on the stop. Clock will start to run. Mott goes back to the read option up the middle. 54, Hannah in there for the stop.
Tackle number 30.
I don't know if the defense is sitting back a little bit, trying to anticipate the pass.
54, Hannah.
But they're going to have to get pumped up here and stop this
5
run.
to go after that 5-yard carry.
Yeah, Mott's been able to move it 26 yards on 2 plays. Quarterback option to the near side. He'll be across midfield and have a first down at the Lion 49.
Tackled by number 70, Gus Taylor.
3:32 left to play in this fourth quarter. and running.
Well, those things are scary when a team gets a new quarterback. You don't have any film on them to know what their strengths are or weaknesses or tendencies or anything.
It's a great point, Brian, and we've seen him settle in as this game has moved on.
Pass is broken up by number 2.
Great coverage.
Dancer.
Yeah, Michael
Second
Dancer
down.
was right there, did a good job of getting his hand up in the face and knocking that ball down.
Incompletion will stop the clock. 3:10 left in this fourth quarter. South Lyon leading Waterford Mott 21-14 in this Week 7 matchup in the Lakes Valley Conference. Pass incomplete. Had a man down at the Lion 31.
Incomplete, intended for number 4 Fields.
Brendan Dancer was right there, almost got the deflection.
Third down.
But Mitch Kamara's back in coverage. I think the receiver just kind of maybe heard footsteps.
Well, sometimes those ones you get to stand still and wait for it are the hardest ones to catch, and that's really what that looked like to me. Almost unexcusable drop. Quick fire to the near side, and that is ruled incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 7 Manley.
That's going to bring up 4th down for Mott, and they need to get to the Lion 39-yard line.
Corsairs.
This has not been a problem for the Corsairs, though, tonight, converting on 4th down.
The Lions, hopefully they're going to be ready for this to either number 7 or number 1 on the slant.
Yep. Mott's going to call their final timeout. We'll step out for a quick break. 3 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Lions lead it 21-14. Well, Brian, this could do it. If the Lions can get a stop here, Corsairs are out of timeouts. Lions would need to get a first down or so, but this is it. 4th and 10. Mott needs to get to the Lion 39.
They got tripped to the right side here. You see the Lions can keep it covered. They go for that seam route. Good coverage by the Lions.
And I think he lost it.
First down, pass complete.
Oh, I don't think.
And Manley with the reception.
I really thought they had him covered well. And number 7's been a problem all night, and he makes a diving catch.
Yeah. Well, they ran a drag route underneath it that was covered well. 27 gashes the Lion defense down to about the 11. Actually, he's going to be marked back at about the 13.
27 clear feet on the rush.
Couple big offensive plays for Mott.
Tackled by number 24, Brendan Dancer. First down, Corsairs.
Trips again to the near side, out of the gun. Option to the tailback. Not much there.
Durfee on the carry. 75 on the tackle.
The Lions, the only team with a timeout remaining, and they have one.
2nd and 9.
There's Cole Stotler on the tackle there. He's number 75 tonight. Normally he's number 52.
That was throwing me off. Thank you, Brian. Second down, 9 to go. Under 2 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Pass behind the wide receiver and incomplete. And with 1:51 to play,
Intended for number 4 Fields.
Mott will face a 3rd and 9 at the
Third down.
South Lyon 14. Pass to the end zone and defended well.
Yeah. Jake Newman got a hand up in there.
Intended for Manley.
And
Pass is broken up by number 25, Jake Newman.
why wouldn't this come down to a 4th and 9, right, Brian?
Been that game all night.
1:47 left in regulation. 4th down and 9. Mott does not have a timeout to talk this over. The Lions defense looking for one big play.
10 seconds on the play clock.
Back to pass, middle screen, nobody's home, and that should do it.
Incomplete. That'll be a turnover and downs.
With a minute 43 on the clock, the Lions should be able to take care of business here.
He tried that little draw screen by letting the lineman in, throwing it over their head, and it fell dead on the turf.
Yeah, the intended receiver never seemed to get his head turned around to see it.
I think the rush got in there so quick, the quarterback had to throw it before they turned around.
Always easy for us to second guess up here,
Yeah,
but
that's what I love about this job.
Right? Yeah,
We're never wrong, are we?
Right, yeah. Well, I find ways to be okay from
Well,
time
yeah.
to time, but you got to wonder, why do you go away from the drag combo with the 10 and in route that's been so effective all night?
Well, I've been here for years, and that seam route has killed us over the years. It's just something that, with zone defenses and that, the receiver has the advantage.
Yeah.
And if you have a good quarterback that's going to throw it
right.
on the break,
Ian Goings.
very tough to defend. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And yeah, Ian Goings on that carry to get the clock going. We're approaching a minute 20 left in this 4th quarter. Lions just looking to run this bad boy out, and they will improve to 7-0 in this 2018 Michigan High School Athletic Association football season. Fracassi with the give. I couldn't see the number.
I believe it was Goins again.
Okay. Yes, it was.
Yep.
Goins in the carry. Tackle number 2, Tarson.
3rd down. We have 45 seconds, so the Lions should just have to run one more play.
3rd down.
And they're going to take a knee here.
Fracassi on the kneel down, and that'll do it. Your final score tonight from Waterford Mott High School. The South Lyon Lions 21. The Waterford Mott Corsairs 14. Stick around. We'll be back with a quick post-game show to wrap things up and look forward to week number 8. Well, Brian, this team really knows how to bring out the drama in a game, don't they?
They sure do, and I want to use old Mickey Redmond's line, there's no place for a nervous person. You know, it was getting a little sketchy there. The Corsairs offense was really starting to click, but then they started blowing themselves up with penalties. And we've always said you got to avoid penalties and big plays, and the Lions did a good job of that. They did have a couple of penalties, but nothing that really killed them.
Well, that's, let me go ahead and just build off of that. I mean, if you'd have seen a Lion team come out here tonight and have the undisciplined penalties and issues that we saw from Mott, this game could have went the other way.
Sure could have, yep. So the Lions really, they kept their head in the game. They kept their persistency on the defense. They did have some things that might have exposed them a little bit that they got to work on going into playing Western next week. So, and that's that seam route or slant, whichever you want to call it.
Right.
We did have, and again, Mott's receivers are very athletic, right. So they're very tough kids to cover. And we're going to face that with Central, or Western.
Yep, next
Sorry.
week. So, no, that's fine, and you're absolutely right. Credit the Lions. They find ways to win these tight games. We knew this was going to be a tight game. A lot of people had Mott winning the division, possibly, or being right there in the preseason polls. Obviously, things change as you go from the preseason to week 7. This isn't the same team that they thought they were going to have in the preseason, but I'll hand it to Mott. They faced some adversity tonight. Obviously had some mental breakdowns on personal fouls and other penalties. but they hung around and made this a heck of a game late.
They sure did, and they made some adjustments to that affected our offense that they responded to well. So, 14 points we had in the first quarter, and we ended up just needing to come from behind, not from behind, but almost, it seemed like,
It did feel like just holding on, right?
Yeah.
But the Lions moved to 7-0. I wish I had my notes here, but it's been a while since we've been there. Quickly, just a little scoreboard watching from us as we were heading into postgame tonight. East was down 12-7 and had just thrown an interception with about 1:11 left. It's not over, but it looks like Western's going to move on with a W over there, and we'll see them next week in the Jungle. Always a talented football team.
Yep, they are. And the first time that since I've been here in South Lyon, we're going to see them at home.
Right.
We've always met them in the playoffs at their house, and it's been a little frustrating, and it's always been 1 or 2 point game, it seems like. So very excited for next week.
Yeah, I am too. Going back to those old matchups, a couple times those Lion teams that had to go out there were 8-1 just like them, and I felt like we could have gotten that home game too, especially back in 2014. So I'm excited that they got to come to our house. It should be an incredible game. We encourage you guys all to come out and make it a snake pit over there at the Jungle next week on Friday at 7. Back to this game as we wrap things up. It was a tough decision. There was a lot of good plays by the team. It spread out throughout the team, but had to go with the game-winning touchdown for our player of the game tonight.
Yep, Mitch Kamores did a good job. He started out on defense, and then I think some of our running backs got a little nicked up. They brought Kamores over. He just got positive yardage every single time. He carried the ball and then fought for a great run for a touchdown. So hats off to Mitch Kamores having a good night on both sides of the ball and scoring the winning touchdown.
Yep. We're going to know him as Mitch the Closer Kamores from here on out. So great job by Mitch tonight. And for our tough guy tonight, number 11, Isaac Noe, with a great game in coverage and multiple tackles out there. He was flying around tonight.
He sure was. He had a couple of passes broken up. He nearly had what would have probably been a school record pick six. But tough ball to handle, but he had nothing but real estate in front of him. So that was another great breakup. Back in our own end, so really killed the drive for Mott, and some great tackles on the end out there. So I think Noe had a great game tonight.
Great team effort. Like you said, the boys know how to bring the drama out of it, and we're really looking forward to a big Week 8 showdown next week at the Jungle. It's the last home scheduled game. Hopefully it won't be the last home game, but we hope to see you guys all out there. For Brian McPhee tonight, I'm Dan Pelchat, Matt Boyer on camera. Your final score here again from Waterford Mott High School. The South Lyon Lions 21, Waterford Mott 14. Remember, folks, it's a great day to be living in America, and we will see you next time.